Today, we'll be discussing the 8 most improved players so far this season. We will be talking about players who have improved their games massively and who have came out of nowhere and became some of the best players in the league. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. Number 1. Devonte Graham. Devonte Graham entered the league as a second-round pick in 2018. He joined a struggling Charlotte Hornets, but was hardly awarded any minutes in his first season, with a superstar point guard in Kemba Walker on the team already. There was not really any room to develop a young point guard like him. But this season, because of the Hornets losing Kemba in the offseason to the Celtics and only getting Terry Rozier back, Devonte has been awarded many more minutes. In these minutes, he has made the most of it and shown that he deserves to be the starting point guard. So far this season, he has improved his game and averages to 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists. He's become arguably the best player in the Hornets, and he has shown that he could be headed for great things in the future. As of recent, he has been inserted into the starting lineup, playing alongside Terry Rozier. Number 2. Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram has had high expectations since he entered the league in 2016, and was looking pretty solid with the Lakers until LeBron entered the picture. As soon as he arrived, Brandon Ingram's minutes took a hit and his production dropped. He was no longer the starting small forward, and he looked like the odd man out on the team. When the Anthony Davis trade finally went through, Brandon found himself on the Pelicans, where he blossomed into a star. To start the season, Brandon Ingram was having huge games and leading the Pelicans to their very few wins. In LA last year, he averaged 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Although this year, given room to grow in New Orleans, he has stepped his game up to 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists, improving all his major statistical categories. He's finally living up to the hype that he was given since joining the league. I wouldn't be surprised to see him as an all-star in years to come and be one of the league's very best very soon. Number 3. Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic entered the league in 2018 relatively unknown. Hardly anyone knew him, and nobody expected him to be a superstar. But Dallas, being Dallas, took a chance on this European maestro, hoping it would turn out the same as the last time they drafted an unknown European star. Last season, he let everyone know who he was by averaging 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, and helping the Mavericks to a 33-49 record. By the end of the season, Luka was seen as one of the top young players in the league, and was being compared to LeBron. He was deservedly awarded the Rookie of the Year award over Trae Young, although nobody expected him to step his game up as much as he has so far this season. He has improved his stats to 30 points, 9 assists, and 10 rebounds a game, nearly a 30-point triple-double every game. Luka is 4th in the MVP race as of this video in his sophomore season. Luka has also tied the longest streak of consecutive games with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists with Michael Jordan. Honestly, I think Luka has a chance to go down as one of the greatest players of all time. Some people are even saying that he already is, which I think is out of place because he is definitely not as good as some of the all-time greats yet, but he could be one day. Number 4. Trae Young. Trae Young joined the Atlanta Hawks and instantly became the star and leader of the team. He stepped his game up in the latter half of the season and really gave himself a chance in the Rookie of the Year race against Luka, although in the end Luka would just edge him out last year. Last year, Trae averaged 19 points and 8 assists. This year so far, Trae has stepped his game up to 28 points and almost 9 assists. This has been a great step up, and he has also become a better leader and floor general. The offense in Atlanta revolves around him, and he has shown some amazing passes and his top-notch passing vision. I wouldn't be surprised if Trae was an all-star this year or in the very near future. I think he'll be the league's best point guard in years to come. Number 5. Pascal Siakam. Last year, Pascal Siakam broke out on the Raptors and was arguably the second best player in their championship run after Kawhi Leonard. Last season, he was not able to show his full potential, but he still won the Most Improved Player award. His stats jumped from 7 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2 assists in 2017-18 to 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists in 2018-19, while also showing his defensive capability. This was an amazing improvement that I'm pretty sure nobody expected. After Siakam's leap last year, people expected him to blossom into an all-star, or maybe even an all-NBA player, but nobody expected him to do what he has so far this season. he has jumped to 25 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 4 assists so far. He has led the Raptors to being one of the best teams in the league so far, even in Kawhi's absence. So far, he and the Raptors have exceeded everyone's expectations, and I'm expecting big things very soon. Number 6. Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins came into the league as one of the most hyped up prospects of all time. He was almost as hyped up as LeBron coming into the league, if not more. He was drafted number 1 overall, coincidentally to the Cleveland Cavaliers, although being immediately traded to the T-Wolves for Kevin Love. In his past 6 years in the league, Andrew Wiggins has not exactly lived up to the hype, but he has been a solid second option on the Wolves for most of his career next to Karl Anthony Towns. He has not yet lived up to the hype, and he has been labelled a bust by many people in recent years. But for some players, it takes longer than others to settle into the league and reach an all-star level. This is exactly the case with Andrew Wiggins. 6 years to be exact. This season, he has stepped up his game and is finally living up to the hype. He has gone from 18 points and 2 assists to 25 points and 3 assists. He has also shot with great efficiency. Honestly, I think that he is heading for greatness very soon. Number 7. Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown came into the league a couple years ago looking like the NBA's next star, but so far, he has not lived up to the hype. This year, with a bigger role as a starting shooting guard and with the subtraction of Kyrie, he has really improved. He's gone from 13 points and 4 rebounds to 19 points and 7 rebounds. He's a huge bright spot for the Celtics this year and is one of the faces of the franchise at the moment. Number 8. Malcolm Brogdon. Last year, Malcolm Brogdon played as the 4th or 5th option on the Milwaukee Bucks and was not able to fulfill his potential. He was ready to move away from the Bucks and playing behind Giannis, Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, and Brook Lopez. He signed a new deal with the Pacers in free agency and was immediately the first option as Victor Oladipo was still injured. He has emerged as a great leader for the young team and a top-notch floor general. He has shown his potential as one of the NBA's brightest stars. He has lifted his game from 16 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds to 20 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. He's improved immensely and will definitely at least be an all-star in the near future. This has been the 8 most improved players so far this season. These are the players that I believe have stepped up their game the most this season so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.